Hello, I'm Chris Athanas, Kotlin Multi-Platform developer, and today I'm going to be doing the showing how the networking code works and some of the choices of libraries that I used in the app, and, and a little slideshow ready. So the KMP library choice. Um, I really don't like retrofit. I really don't like annotation. So that was one of the two things I just didn't want to have in any of this networking code at all. Um, I did require a cross-platform solution. I wanted to have one networking for both platforms. So, and for this is for the data, I decided to use Ktor. Um, and Ktor is awesome. I don't know if you probably do know about it, but if you don't know about it, it is the way to do where's my there it is. A way to do HTTP client and also on the server. So the thing I like about Ktor is it's Kotlin based. It comes from JetBrains. It's a Kotlin library. It's got all the Kotlin idioms, and it works on the front end, the back end, and now cross-platform. So and all the serialization stuff is all integrated, all perfectly meshed together. It all works together. There's no weird, funky things that happen when you're trying to go from like one serialization on the back end to one serialization type on the front end, or all that stuff is all taken care of with Ktor. So Ktor is the way to go if you're going to be doing Kotlin and multi-platform. Ktor, that's just the way it goes. And Yeah, so this is the Ktor client library that we're using, and for the images, I decided to go with Camel, which is it was a KMM library that works really great for it's a KMP library. I think it was KMM at one point, and then they converted over to KMP. And it works great inside Compose. And I'm going to go ahead and walk through that now. So we start here in the app composable, the main entry point, and the load markers. And load markers uh, goes into this routine here, which I'm gonna go into the full processing deep dive of how all this stuff works in the very next video. But I just want to show off the networking part, just to show how simple it is. So I have set up this HTTP client, and this is the call right here to get. It's kind of how the older style Java networking code would work. There's no annotations, no setups. It just goes HTTP get, and the client is set up right here. This is a singleton, global, globally used, globally everywhere. And the only part that I had a problem with on this project was because we are doing a get, which just gets the HTML as a straight ASCII text string, and the character set that the on iOS the character set actually seems to make a difference for iOS encoding. And man, it took me forever to figure out what was going on with this thing. But you have to add this character set callback for iOS. For Android, it doesn't seem to matter. But it says ISO standard 8859-1 or Windows 1252. I'd never heard of this stuff before. I was getting all kinds of strange errors, and it took me a couple of days to figure out what the heck was going on. I just never heard of this problem before. But and then how to fix it using HTTP. But now you know you're now aware of this issue with getting text from Windows based servers. So this one hopefully will save you some time. So that's where it loads it does the get right there, and then it does the parse. So all the networking is right here, which is awesome. It's like that just really makes me feel happy. And then for the images, you know, use the camel image right here. And this is inside the marker details screen, and that's where we have the lower panel, uh, uh, the bottom sheet when it pops up and shows the details. Each one of those images uses a comic image, and all you do for that is give that the URL. Well, that's it. And it does everything else. It does the async. It does this async page. Creates an asynchronous page. Keeps a remember uh, context for this painter resource, and it does all the loading, and you can set the quality and the filter and stuff. There is another lower level. Here's the async painter resource right here, and there is a lower level. Like I'm using camel image, but then there's a lower level component called image that has a lot more. You can do a lot more customization, a little bit more customization on it. So, anyway, it's been working great. It's super solid. Doesn't I've had zero problems with it, and it does the purpose. So, um, that's really it. It was not super not super in depth on this one, but yeah, that's coming soon. I'm gonna go to the code. I'm gonna go into the deep dive in the code of how the inner core is put together and some of the things I'm using there. Um, that's the next video. Stay tuned. Thank you.